Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. Before we get started into our podcast, I just kind of want to give you guys the reason why we're here, the mission of Goodwill. Our mission of Goodwill is to improve the lives of people with disabilities and other disadvantages through employment, training, and job placement opportunities. And if you hear any information today that you find interesting or any information that you want more of, or if you have any resources that you want to share with us, feel free to contact us at www.goodwillnwohio.com. You can reach us on Facebook at Goodwill Now or at JCCNWO. You can contact us in person at the Madison location or the DeVoe location from 8 to 4:30, or you can call us at 419-255-0070, extension 3104, or feel free to email us at jcc@goodwillnwohio.org for any more information. Today, we have a very, very special guest here to give us a lot of information that will help us through not only through times, but just to help us financially as well. Um, so I'm going to just let her introduce herself.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Michelle Gorsuch, and I am the manager and financial coach for ProMedica Financial Opportunity Center, located at the eBite Institute on Madison and 18th Street.
Cool. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for that introduction. So let's just get right to it. What does a coach do?
So basically what a coach does is we work with you towards your goals. So a financial coach helps you manage money, helps you with basic money management. We help you with your credit score, help you look at your credit score, understand ways to improve that score, help you build your assets, decrease debt, help you with education opportunities, employment opportunities, along with we connect you with any type of supports that we can connect you with along the way to help you remain stable throughout that process. So if there's any type of income supports out there, such as, especially right now, concerning the COVID crisis, we've connected several of our clients to many resources out there that have helped them with their managing their loans, mortgages, rental assistance, utilities, just understanding the basics of what's going on right now during the crisis and helping people stay connected and have that ability to still live within a budget that may be now depleting because of lost job, lost hours, reduction in pays. It just depends on people's circumstances, really.
So that is a lot of good stuff that you guys that's doing, especially in times like this. So if I was a new client, can you kind of walk me through the process of not only how would I get started, how would I find you guys, and just what does that look like in general?
Sure. You just pick up the phone and give us a call, or you can email us. You can reach us at 567-585-0059. That's our main number to connect with a financial coach. And remember that all of our services are completely free to anyone, any zip code, any income. Doesn't matter how much money you make or how much money you don't make, we can still assist you. Or you can email foc@promedica.org to connect.
So so once I make that phone call and I connect with the coach, what does that look like? What would my first day or my first intake process? What would that look like for me?
The intake process usually takes about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on your circumstances. So we'll sit down, we'll do what we call a baseline with our clients, going through looking at a financial health screening. We talk about their budget. We will actually complete a budget with them. We will literally pull their credit and take a look at what's going on with their credit profile. The credit scores are soft pulls. They do not affect your score whatsoever. And it is a TransUnion FICO score that's getting pulled. And then we'll take a look at what's going on with your assets and liabilities, your balance, basically a balance sheet of what's going on. And then we'll talk about what situation or why you called in, and we'll focus on that first, whatever situation it is. If you're calling in looking for resources, we'll focus on that first, but then we'll move towards the other goals down the road to make sure that you can gain long-term stability in the end.
That is great information. So how long does this process normally take as far as, so if I start to become one of your clients, is it a limited time on how long you will work with me?
Absolutely not. This is what I love about our program. So you can be a client for as long as you want to engage in our services. We actually encourage our clients to engage anywhere from 2 to 5 times at least, so we can help you change some of those money habits that are happening with you. A lot of people have never ever sat down and completed a budget, and understanding that even once you complete that budget, it's a living document. It's subject to change. Next week, you could have a flat tire and you didn't expect it. You could have a car breakdown. You could have childcare issues that you have to pay a babysitter extra on the side that you didn't plan on. Things happen in life, as we know, and when life throws you those life happening cards, I guess I'll call it, you need to be prepared for that. And especially during this crisis right now, when you get your stimulus check, or if you already have your check, hopefully you were able to put some of that away in savings and have that money to fall back on, because we don't know how long this is going to take. And that's the scary part. And if you're struggling with creditors, so let's say that you had a loss of income, your hours were, or maybe just a loss of hours, just you went down on your income coming in, your total income. Make sure that you pick up the phone and contact those creditors. And the thing that a lot of people don't realize is there is what we call the CARES Act credit protection right now. And if you pick up the phone and contact a creditor right now and say to them, look, I can't afford to make the payment, or can I set up a payment plan of a lesser payment? They're going to work with you if you mention COVID-19. And they're going to report your payments on time, or regardless of whether you're paying or not, or if your payment's less. They're going to continue to do that for the entire time of the national crisis, even up to 4 months after the crisis. But you need to contact each lender individually. So each credit card that you have, your student loans are automatically put in deferment right now, thank goodness, until September 30th of 2020. So you're good to go on student loans. They're automatically put over in deferment. Your payments are showing on time. But these other bills, like your credit cards and stuff, they're not. You literally have to pick up the phone and make that call.
That is great information, especially about the creditors and using the COVID-19 is kind of like a key phrase. I know I have talked to some of our clients who has just concerns about some of the things that you mentioned, and they weren't able to get through or get some of those special benefits or special services. But knowing that you have to use the phrase COVID-19 is it's a heads up. So that's some information that I will be sharing with the clients that I work with as well. So I kind of feel like this is a great opportunity, but people are just a little bit nervous about maybe taking that step to get a financial coach for whatever reason. But so can you just kind of share, so the people that's listening can, some of the common barriers that people face, or some of the common difficulties. And I think, once you share that information, people won't feel so alone with it.
I think sometimes people are embarrassed about their situation, and we know that no matter what, everybody has some type of hardship. It doesn't matter how much income you make. I've had people with huge, nice, beautiful amounts of income coming in on a yearly basis, and they're still struggling financially. So if you don't have the ability to manage your income coming in, understand how to put a budget together, stick with that budget, how much goes into savings, making sure that you're paying yourself first. Pay yourself first. You've earned it. And the thing is put it in your savings, have that fallback money. Take a look at your credit. Right now, there is a lot of scams going on out there, and people are really, truly tapping into people's credit lines and tapping into things like contacting them and telling them about their stimulus checks and things like that, and trying to just tap into their credit. And that's the last thing you want to happen right now. The credit reporting agencies are offering free credit report polls right now. I think pretty much whenever you want them. Connecting with a coach, we can help you take a look at that. We can talk about credit freezes, how to put a freeze line on your credit if you're worried about that type of situation. We have done so many different things with our clients, but I really truly think what barrier people have is this embarrassment. I got myself in this mess. I'm really truly ashamed. And how do I get myself out? And understanding that when you meet with a coach, there's no judgment. There's absolutely no judgment. We've seen pretty much everything we could possibly see with people's financial situations, and it doesn't matter. There's always a way out, and credit can always be rebuilt. And by connecting with a coach, it truly helps you with that support. We're your support people. We're there to back you up. We're there to talk about those next steps. And if you fall off, it's okay. We're there to get you back on track. I mean, it's okay to fall off that track once in a while. And we understand that this month, hey, I couldn't make that payment, so let's get you back on track. Or this month I couldn't put that money into savings, or whatever happens in life, we get that. So let's just get back on. And it'll just take us a little, maybe a month longer to continue to rebuild, but we're definitely there as your support people. We're not there to tell you what to do. We're there to support you in those next moves. We can definitely recommend and say, look, this would be a good move, or this would be a good move. But you know what? You make that decision on which way you want to go, and you come back to me, and we will help you move forward with that goal.
That is awesome. So with just piggybacking on everything you just said, when I talk to people like yourself, the guests, I always ask for a success story. But in this situation, can you just kind of give me the scariest, best success story you ever had? I mean, one of the ones with one of the, yeah, we need ones with a, just so our listeners will feel comfortable. So ones with the kind of a terrible scenario, but that had just the best
Okay, so
outcome.
I'll give you one that really touched my heart. I had an elderly couple come in, and they were wrapped into payday loans. They had 7 payday loans going on, and they were trying to basically, the phrase rob Peter to pay Paul,
Right.
to stay caught up. She was doing her best to stay caught up in, they took out these loans to help their children, help their grandchildren, so forth. I kept looking at her and thinking, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with this family? Her house payment was on time. Her credit cards were all on time, but her credit cards were completely maxed. And then she had all these payday loans that she was trying to keep up with. And I kept working with them. She kept keeping up. It was probably about 5 months in, and she finally called me and she said, look, I can't do it anymore. She was just so stressed from all this financial stress of how to keep up with these payments. And I actually connected her with Legal Aid, and Legal Aid was they assisted her with going through a bankruptcy with the family. They put the family through a bankruptcy. They wiped out all the payday loans, all the credit card debt. They were able to keep their home. They were able to keep their car, which those were on-time payments. And we actually wiped out, I think it was like $76,000 worth of debt, including all the payday loans. So we completely wiped it out for free for them. It didn't cost them anything. They were able to file a Chapter 7. And then we started the credit rebuild. In the process of doing that, we talked about savings first, because obviously she was struggling and they felt the need to constantly help their children, but she needed to understand that they needed to be able to fall back on themselves and for themselves as well. So we didn't want to get back into that same mix. So we started out with savings and making sure that they had enough money in savings to fall back on. And then we started the credit build. And we used one of our actual products that's called a twin account. And our twin account is one of our low-cost savings products. It's a safe savings product that when you make a payment, it's actually going into a savings account and it reports as a loan. And after 12 months of doing this, it reports as a side of installment. After 12 months of doing this, what we'll do is we'll match every time you put $25 in, we match you $25. At the end of the loan, you receive your $300 back that you saved, and then we'll help you invest or pay off a bill. You can either invest in, you can pay off a bill with it, some type of debt, or you can invest and open up a secure credit card, which starts you over in the credit building, which is that's exactly what they did. And they opened up a Capital One credit card. So even if you're in payday loans, car title loans, we see a lot of that. People tend to get wrapped in because their credit's not so good, and that's why they go to these places. Really, if that's what you're looking at and you need those type of loans or you need money right away, honestly, meet with a coach first. Let's take a look at what we can do to help you, because there are loan products and things that we can connect you with through our ProMedica, through Sun Federal, I believe Toledo Urban Credit Union. There's things called employee-sponsored small dollar loans that if you're employed, that you can access these small dollar loans up to $1,500 for an emergency. They're charging you 15% interest versus 400 to 800% interest at a payday lender.
Wow, that is great information. So with that being said, just do you have any more tips that you just want to kind of give the viewers besides obviously connecting with a financial coach, but just some tips for people who may just still be a little bit, timid about it, but you could just share some information just to help?
Right now, honestly, so I was a coach. I came into coaching following the housing market crash in 2008. So the market was crashing in 2008, 2009. I came in as a financial coach, and I was connecting people to resources. And what I seen, because the market crashed in 8, I came in 9, people had already utilized all their resources. So they drained they're checking out, they drained their credit cards, their houses were in foreclosure, unemployment was wiped out. And come to find out, they never utilized any of the community resources that they could have been utilizing the whole entire time that would have saved them a ton of money. So tapping into those resources, tapping into utility assistance through the PIP program, HEAP program down through the pathway building, tapping into COVID right now, it's called COVID-19. There's an emergency $750 assistance through the PRC program, which is through JFS. There are tons of resources out there. If you contact your mortgage lender, they will help you with a deferment loan. Like even through our credit union, we're offering a 3-month deferment loan that you can withhold that loan, and then they'll put the money at the end of the loan, and they'll let you go for the next 3 months now with no payment, which is totally going to help you. Tap into those resources, utilize your resources while the crisis is going on, and keep that money as much as you can in your pocket and build a savings as much as you can. When you connect with a coach, it's exactly what we're going to teach you. The very first thing we're going to do with you is complete a budget. We're going to look for ways to open up more income. Take a look at your cable bill. That's usually the first one I tell people. Give them a call, get it reduced or shut it off. And I get that you have kids at home, but that cable bill is really kind of I know a lot of people, $300 they're paying for cable right now. That's insane. This is not something that you can afford to do if you've had a reduction in hours or you lost employment. Take a look at your phone bill. Take a look at your utility bills. Get on the assistance if you can. I'm just trying to think of some other things. Take a look at your grocery bill. Utilize food pantry assistance. Right now, if you're on reduced lunches, they're going to be sending you a $300 food stamp card that you didn't even have to apply for. If your children were receiving reduced lunches or free lunches, you're going to get $300 additional in food stamps right now. That's amazing. Make sure you're utilizing these resources. Make sure that you're tapping into them, and a coach can help you do that at the same time that you're working on that budget, living within the new income that you now have, and keeping your credit score safe.
This is exciting information. I feel like once people hear this people should just jump on this opportunity. So can you just one more time repeat contact information?
Absolutely.
So anyone wants to jump on this, they'll be able to?
Anybody, any income, any zip code can connect with our program for free and meet with a financial coach by calling 567-585-0059, or you can email us at foc@promedica.org. My name is Michelle, and we have a whole staff of coaches that will do an excellent job working with you. Feel free to contact us.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for your time, and thank
You're
you
welcome.
for all that wonderful information. Again, to our viewers, I just kind of want to reiterate the fact that there's resources out here. You don't have to face any financial crisis or any crisis alone, at that matter, but especially this financial crisis that we're in. You don't have to face that alone. Just feel free to just tap in. Feel free to look. Feel free to get a financial coach. There's people out here that are passionate about their jobs and just willing to help. Also, just to remind our viewers, again, we have some different topics coming up later on during the week that will be on our YouTube page. If there's anything that you want to hear or any resources that you want to share, or if you want any more information that you heard, feel free to contact us as well. I just want to thank you again for joining us. Thank you again for that information. I definitely would like to have you on again and just kind of maybe go in a little bit detail about some of the resources. And
absolutely. And the next time we'll talk about our SCNA program, and that's completely free as well. So if you want to tap into that the next time, I would love to share.
Can you just talk about that for a second real quick? We still have
Sure,
time.
absolutely. So we offer a free SCNA program, so beginning nursing program. You go through, it's completely free. We offer it's tuition that we offer you. So it's a $509 scholarship that we'll give you to come in. You come in, you meet with our financial coach, which is Meg. She does an amazing job connecting you. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to come through the full coaching piece, only we're more focused on education and employment. You'll attend our 5-week program. You'll learn the 7A soft skills through this employer soft skills. You will earn your nurse aid certification, and then we will pay for you to take your state license. And not only that, but the best part is we're going to help you get a job, right? And my exciting part of that I love to share is we were talking about initially people were making $11.55 an hour. Guess what the going rate is now? It's $14 to $16 an hour higher rate. Hang on a second.
That is wonderful information, especially in times like this where you could get a trainer that's free, especially with me kind of being in the field of job connection. I mean, that's like one of the only
My
places
computer went to sleep, sorry.
that's one of the places that's always hiring as well too. So that's
It
a great
is.
opportunity.
Right now during COVID, can you imagine how many people need to be out there on their front line and
Right.
they need as much backup as they can? Our classes are being offered virtually, so you don't even have to come into the classroom.
Wow.
We have 2 days that you come in and do your clinicals, of course, and then we're making sure that we're ensuring social distancing. We're offering masks. We're giving individuals free uniforms to start their job. We're helping them connect with more uniform assistants through our PRC program, through Job and Family Services. And then on top of that, when you're ready for that interview, we make sure that you're ready and prepared to go into that interview. And we even will contact the employer and let them know that you're coming to ensure that you have a successful interview. And it's been working quite well. We have a lot of individuals getting placed, and they are starting at $14 an hour right now. Amazing stuff.
That is awesome information. Thank you for sharing. So please, 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 please feel free to just take that step and call. There's a lot of great resources out there. Thank you again for joining us, and we will talk again real soon, and just talk about some more resources that you guys have to offer.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward, Charles. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a wonderful, productive week.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.